Aphro Kingdon. As you see, we're in a different location, and today we're going to do a discussion episode of season 1, finding your passion, and we have guests this time. Say hi, Khiya. Now I'm going to introduce you my guests.
I'm Khiya.
I'm Willie.
And I'm Shay.
And they're going to give you a little background about themselves. Here, yourself as in like, background, career.
Okay. So my name is Will. I am a co-owner of a natural hair salon and also have my own business and I make beauty jewelry. I would say the jewelry business is my passion for it because I really get to express myself and my creativity.
Will?
So again, I'm Willie, and I'm currently working with Amazon as an in-store shopper. And my passions are pretty much just, I like to write poetry, cook, try to get into the medical field at this moment.
Shay?
Hi, I'm Shay. Currently, I'm a infant salvage teacher at preschool. And I'm also currently in school to become an administrative professional. I would say my passions are very simple. I love people. I love fun. So I like to talk to people and just interact with people.
So, guys, what stage are you when it comes to find your passion? Are you beginning, starting, still looking, or you're like in the midst of it?
I think I'm, in the midst of my passion because I really do what I love every day. So I think I'm there.
Will? You think both in the same category?
But my current passion is trying to get into the medical field, so at this point now I'm just pretty much in the attempt of enrollment, get into school.
I would say I'm in the beginning because I've had many different ideas. I thought about starting my own podcast, and I haven't really thought of anything yet as to where to start. But I would say I'm very much in the beginning stage.
So, in the third question, we had talked about we talked about the different ways we can find ways to find our passion, such as a vision board, taking a quiz, going to after school activities, and signing up to local community center programs. I want to know from those activities, which ways have y'all tried for your own paths?
Well, for me, I'm really big into crafting, so anything that was artsy I was doing. And then I also just decided, whatever I didn't like doing I wasn't going to do, and that just kind of steered me in a direction of getting into things that I love to do that make me happy and bring me peace.
And as for me, I'm still trying to get into the medical field, so I've been doing some more research to I guess get a better understanding of the human anatomy and combinations of medicines, what shouldn't be mixed and whatnot, and so forth and so on.
For me, for my passion, I'm actually just getting started. So I haven't really thought of other ways other than thinking of what I should include in my passion. So if I were to start my podcast, what kind of questions would I ask? What would my podcast be all about? So I have to really thought about
what method have you found to be useful and beneficial?
It's hard to, I'm sorry.
What methods have you had tried that was useful and beneficial to you?
Oh, like to lead into get to my passion? Mainly just doing a bunch of shit that I don't. Wait, can I first?
Go ahead.
Okay. My bad. Doing a bunch of shit that I don't like, that don't make me happy, or shit, it just doesn't sit right in my spirit. Like, that's what just leads me to what I do. Like, because if it doesn't bring me like happiness, or if I don't find joy in the things that I do, then I'm not going to do it. Like, so anything that I find that calms me and relaxes me, I'm going to stick more to that way than anything else.
Well, if anything, I've been actually using like your original videos as stepping stones to just like because my own pursuit was kind of, I guess, lost in a way. So watching your, the previous episodes leading up to now, it's been giving me different ideas and steps and so forth and so on to actually get a more direct path for how to pursue the medical field instead of just blindly trying to find it.
For me, I would definitely say your videos, but also the book we've been reading.
Yes.
Definitely the book we've been reading that has actually encouraged me to start the process for me.
And
It is dealing with the cards you've been dealt.
Ooh, okay.
yeah, I'll put that book in the description so you guys can have access to it. And I'll tell you guys later after the podcast if you're interested in knowing about that book. We actually know the author as well. What methods did you find to be less useful?
Come back to me.
You don't want me first all the time. Okay, we'll go.
Well, I would say the most useless method was pretty much my own method of just trying to, like, once again, blindly research the things that I was looking for and how to go about it. So, yeah.
For me, I would say just going to the wrong people. The people that I interact with on a daily basis. Whether it's a coworker or a friend, another friend, possibly.
For me, I would say working with the wrong people, like working for the wrong companies. Being with the wrong, like working for the wrong companies, it'll really, get you to see what you will and won't deal with.
Outside the methods, from the outside of the methods that were in the videos, what other methods are you thinking about trying, or have been thinking about trying yet, but you just haven't stepped to that the motivation to actually do it? You want to go first?
Sure, I'll start off, I guess. So, I know there's quite a few free medical classes that pretty much teach you some of the basics. I've been thinking about trying to pursue that method in the meantime before I actually enroll in school. So I kind of got some of the basics down pat by the time I start.
For me, I would say talking to other people, like, who have started podcasts, messaging them, DMing them, and saying, hey, what kind of advice do you have? And asking them what made them start, but also what else encouraged them to start theirs.
I would say finding a mentor. Like, I feel like I have a good grasp on certain things that I'm doing, but I could be better in my execution.
What were your guys? Have you watched any of the episode? I know Toots mentioned it.
I watched the first one. Wait, it was like the first and the second one when you and Kai were doing that
The video, the test. Yes. So, what was your personal goals in the first season? And you don't have to take fairs or try and make me feel good. However, how you actually feel.
No, I actually enjoyed it because it's like you cover different things that people may not necessarily think about. Like, of course, taking that quiz, because I never even thought to do that at all in my life.
It's been very beneficial for me. Like I mentioned twice, my method was pretty much very misguided. So watching the videos really put things in perspective of how I should go about pursuing my goals.
Yeah, I would say it was definitely encouraging, just because it what has helped me was thinking of how I can start, what steps to take to start, and just going ahead and pursuing it instead of just waiting.
So I'm glad you guys came up with a part of the discussion, and I'm so glad you took time out of your day to actually be a part of it. And I love you guys' feedback, because you guys are on different stages, and that's what I wanted to show. And I wanted to show that it's not just women, and I wanted males to be included into the conversation as well. So thank you, Will, for being a part of the discussion. So now, do anybody have any businesses they want to tell my audience about?
Okay, so I do have a couple businesses. The first one, I do co-own a salon with my mom. It's a natural hair salon in Lanham. It's called Lock Central. It's called Lock Central, where we do specialize in all natural hair care. And then I also make wooden jewelry. Everything is handmade, and that is Noir Bellam, NOIRBELLAME, on everything. So Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, that's what you find me. And Lock Central is LOCCENTRAL.
And I would definitely put that in the description as well, so you guys can find those locations.
Well, it's not necessarily a business, but I have a poetry page that I write my own poetry, and I would like for my fellow followers to actually post their poetry as well. I love reading poetry, which is titled Poetic Pain, and it can be found on Facebook.
And I'm gonna definitely put that on the description. I'm gonna link that into the description box, so you guys may be able to see that as well and check it out, and include your own poetry if you're into poetry. So, bye, Aphro Kingdon.